What if Vegeta was locked in Whis' staff part 2? So you guys have clearly broken past the 50 like goal, so we're going to continue. This time, I'm going to bump this one up to 100 likes. If we can reach 100 likes on this video, I will continue it, even though the views are not doing as well. But I know you guys enjoy it, and I've seen the comments. Also, while this video is up, make sure to go to my community page and go vote for the next What If that I will begin doing. As I love doing the fan voting, as this will give more of an interactive between me and you guys, to where I actually want to see what you guys want me to do, and I want to do it because this community is all that matters. It's us being together. So, anyway, hope you guys enjoy the video. Let's hit 10,000 subscribers, and let's begin. We last ended off with Vegeta challenging Beerus to a fight. Now Beerus here can sense Vegeta's power and can sense that he was a lot stronger than before, but not at a massive amount that he thought he was. Unbeknownst to Beerus here is that Vegeta is suppressing his power beyond more than the original. Vegeta is so much more powerful here. Now, is Vegeta at the level of, per se, angels? I'm just going to get that across. Vegeta, you're going to have to see in the later what ifs how powerful that Vegeta has gotten in the past 60 to 62 years of training non-stop. So, Vegeta would then smirk and show Beerus his full power in his base form. This would kind of surprise Beerus at his power, that this mortal was able to get that powerful. He kind of damned Whis for making him that strong. It's absolutely ridiculous. But Beerus is not going to let it bother him. So, Vegeta would showcase the form that Beerus kind of taught him. As you guys remember, Vegeta learned Ultra Ego from Beerus as he watched Beerus train. Now Vegeta would burst into Ultra Ego, and at this point, he was far stronger than Beerus at this point. Vegeta at this current level of strength is easily either 2 to 3 times stronger than the Gods of Destruction. He's at least 2 or 3 Gods of Destruction put together, or even more. Now Vegeta here would then challenge Beerus, and the two would begin their battle. Now Beerus here would then showcase his full power, and potentially try and use Ultra Instinct as well, but he has not mastered that power yet, so he cannot use it yet. Now Beerus would actually lose the fight pretty embarrassingly, but this is also because Beerus has gotten incredibly lazy. While it is true that Beerus does train here and there so he doesn't get completely rusty, but Beerus has not had a battle against somebody equal to him and so long. The only being that he has fought all out is either other Gods of Destruction or Whis himself. So Beerus here was not ready for an all-out battle, while Vegeta in his entire life has been struggling, nearly dying, fighting to the death. So Vegeta's body is accustomed to fighting all out for long periods of time. Now Vegeta here was so happy that he was able to showcase more of his power, but he has a lot more in the tank, and he also has some power that he's been hiding secretly. Now Beerus here was kind of furious that he lost so pretty simply, as he was coughing up blood, but Whis ended the match and stated, "Vegeta, thank you very much," and he would heal Beerus. Now at this time, Whis would actually tell Vegeta, since you actually defeated Lord Beerus in a one-on-one battle, would you ever be interested in becoming a God of Destruction? Now Vegeta would then kind of think about it. He's like, me, a God of Destruction? That's a role that he would have dreamt of when he was weaker. But Vegeta then kind of scoffed and shook his head saying, no, I'm far beyond that role at this point. I don't want to be entitled to destroying people and doing all that when I have all the power that I need right here. And I don't need the God of Destruction powers. I have everything I need. And Vegeta's also not dumb. He knows too that if he becomes one, if Supreme Kai gets killed, he'll pass away as well. So Vegeta states, and I'm also not going to have my life thinned on a line for a little weakling of a Kai. Now Vegeta's pride was very high here, as if you remember, he is very full of himself right now. He's the strongest, and he knows that he can easily beat Kakarot. That is his final niche that he wants to go do. He wants to go face Kakarot and end him. But first things first, there is one being that he does kind of want to deal with. One being that was brought back to life that he absolutely despises why Goku gave him that chance. But he did help win, and that's Frieza. Vegeta would go to and ask Whis if they can find Frieza and kill him. But Whis would actually tell him that, well, I actually don't know where he is. Because remember, Frieza at this point is kind of gone dark. It is true he's still destroying things and his empire is doing stuff, but Frieza's not dumb. Frieza's going to be hiding. Because the entire universe felt Vegeta's power. So, Frieza knows how to control his energy. He would suppress himself very low, to where not even Whis can find him. But also, Whis doesn't want to kind of be an errand boy. As remember, Vegeta does not tell him what to do. So Whis would just lie and say, oh, I cannot find him, just because his energy is so low, so he's either dead or he's hiding. And that actually makes Vegeta even more happier, the fact that he might already be dead, or the fact that he's like a little cockroach and he runs away hiding at his power. He is kind of let down that he couldn't kill Frieza. He never had that satisfaction, but bigger fish to fry. He'll worry about Frieza later on. His next goal is Kakarot. He wants to have his final rematch with Goku. And he wants to prove that he is number one. Now Vegeta would then fly off to Earth and go meet Goku, right outside of his house. Now Vegeta at this point did go meet Bulma and his children first. Of course he would do that first. And he was so happy to see them. It's been almost a lifetime since he's seen them, 60 plus years. He's so happy. But first, he wants to get one thing done, and then he actually wants to focus with his family, as it's been so long. But he needs to get some kind of this pent-up aggression and anger out of his system. And that's to go finish his final shadow, Kakarot. That's exactly what Vegeta would go do, as he would fly off and appear right in front of Goku's house in his typical tank top armor, and he would also have the beard shaven off, and he would be smirking at Goku. Now, Goku sensed Vegeta. He actually sensed a very powerful energy alongside Beerus, but he didn't know what it was. He would come outside and say, hey, Vegeta, how you doing? Now, Vegeta here would laugh, and he would say, Kakarot, it's time for a rematch. One last fight between you and me to decide who is the strongest in the universe. Now, Goku would never turn down a fight from Vegeta, but Goku knows that Vegeta's been training. He's freakishly stronger than before. It's nearly breathtaking. And they definitely proved in their fight. They would go to the Rocky Wasteland, where they first left off. And Goku and Vegeta would land together. And they would begin fighting here. Now, Goku in base form against Vegeta in base form, Goku was doing nothing against Vegeta, when before they were pretty much completely even. Goku would go with Super Saiyan 1, Super Saiyan 2, Super Saiyan God, and it would still not be enough for Vegeta. Now, Vegeta here would finally then laugh and say, is that really all the power that you have, Kakarot? If so, I'm very disappointed. Goku was absolutely stunned at, how did Vegeta get this strong? He was only at Whis' planet for like a month or two. How did he get this strong? What did he do? And Vegeta would tell him, Beerus tried tricking me and locking me away forever until I rotted up and died. But I'll give that angel credit, he did save my skin. So I spent the last 62 years inside of that little chamber that Whis has in his staff. And I have grown more powerful than anyone ever has become. Now, Goku was shocked that Beerus would do that, but he was locked in there for 60... Well, how did he survive? Vegeta states, it was more hell than you can possibly imagine. Of course, Whis did help me with my food and water, so I can at least survive. But the mental struggle was the hardest thing I've ever done in my entire life. And all I thought about was Beerus and you. That is all I thought about. And, of course, to keep me going was my family. But training to the death every day was all I could do. Nearly dying every single day. But the staff could rejuvenate my energy and replenish my body. And it was also able to heal myself. So I was getting stronger each time. And now it is time for me to prove to you that I am the strongest being in the universe. Finally, my chance. Now, Goku here would then go into his Ultra Instinct state, being pushed by Vegeta. Now, Vegeta here would be, finally, you showed off this little state of yours. Now, Vegeta here would then show off Ultra Ego. Now, a lot of you guys are about to be questioning me, saying, wait a minute, how does Vegeta know Ultra Ego if this is a little bit after the Tournament of Power? Let me explain here. The reason why Vegeta knows Ultra Ego is because, yes, it is true, he has seen Beerus fight. And, not to mention, he was locked away in the time chamber, or the staff chamber, for 62 years. Now, with Whis' staff, the staff can actually be a projector, and it can actually show fights. Now, it could be very well possible that Vegeta could have learned Ultra Ego just from watching Goku and Beerus' battles, or potentially, remember this is Whis' staff, he could also see the kind of training that Beerus has done. And that is why he can see it. I like to use Whis' staff as kind of like a library. It holds so much knowledge that Vegeta can learn from. And I think Vegeta with over 60 plus years would be able to learn how to use the staff a little bit. So that is the reason why Vegeta knows Ultra Ego, for any of you guys questioning how does he know this. And it is kind of just a fun form to give Vegeta, as the form is his own custom form, so why not give him what he wants. So Goku would go into his Ultra Instinct being pushed by Vegeta. Now Vegeta was waiting for this. Now Vegeta would then showcase his Ultra Ego form. Now this would shock Goku at this form. He'd never seen this form before. And Vegeta would then one-shot Goku, knocking him on the floor. Now Goku would start getting up as he was coughing. That was the hardest punch he's ever took in his life. And Vegeta states, "In this form, I easily defeated Beerus. What makes you think you could beat me?" Now Goku states, "It might be true, you're a billion times stronger than me, even more. But I'm not going to give up, and I'm going to give you everything I have, Vegeta." Now Goku would then calm himself and go into Master Ultra Instinct. Now this would prove a little bit irritating, as for the first little bit of the fight, Vegeta could not hit Goku. Now Goku was lucky. Goku knows how Vegeta fights. And messing with the Master Ultra Instinct, he can dodge a lot of Vegeta's attacks because Goku actually knows how his fighting style, mixing with the Master Ultra Instinct self-movement and auto-dodge, he can dodge all of his attacks for a little bit. Now it is true that Vegeta is faster than Goku, but Goku's using his opportunity to dodge his attacks. Now, Goku here would actually land blows on Vegeta, but it wouldn't really hurt him, maybe leave a couple little marks on him, but it wouldn't really hurt Vegeta that much at all. Now Vegeta had enough of this fun game, and he would then neck chop Goku, knocking him out. Now once when Goku awakens after a couple of seconds, he would revert back to his base form and stand up and look at Vegeta and smirk, saying, "Well, Vegeta, you got me. I never doubted you for a second. I'm really amazed by how strong you have gotten, but I'm sorry that it was under that circumstance. No person should ever be suffering for that long, without a man seeing his family or his friends." Now, Vegeta here, a lot of people might think, well, would Vegeta just kind of beat Goku more, or would he kind of have that same animosity towards Goku? No. Vegeta would actually turn back to base form and shake Goku's hand. Remember, Vegeta's been trapped in there for 60 plus years. Even though his body is still the same age, technically, he's technically mentally 60 years older. He's more mature, he's more calm, and once when Vegeta knows that he can beat Goku, that's the last little thing he ever held on to. Now he's completely no strings. He has no shadows over him. But he knows how Goku is, and he knows that Goku will find a way to come back and surpass Vegeta, just like they do every single time. And that's why Vegeta also keeps Goku alive, because he does consider Goku an ally and a friend. And not to mention, Goku spared his life all those times ago, and now Vegeta's going to spare his. Now Goku would then fly off back to his house, as Vegeta would then spend all the time with his family. Now Beerus was actually back on top of his planet, and he was furious. He was furious that he lost. He absolutely got demolished by Vegeta. Now he's going to start training himself here and maybe get stronger. But Whis would then state, "Well, my lord, it is true that you can get stronger, but at this rate, you won't be able to keep up with Vegeta. He's far surpassed you. And I'm also safe to say that he even has a form beyond that Ultra Ego that he calls it." Now Beerus was shocked, and Beerus would think, how is this possible? Whis, how could you betray me and let that mortal live? Now Whis would just explain, "Well, my lord, it's because it's not humane what you did. Though it is true I do not have a say in certain things, but Vegeta is the reason why the universe was saved. And, as well, as an angel, it is my duty to look for the next candidate for the God of Destruction. And that is why, at that certain point in time when Vegeta was interested, I allowed him to live. And he could still potentially be interested in being the next one." Now Beerus was obviously furious at Whis. Now back in somewhere else, in that staff, for those 60 years, somebody has been watching Vegeta very closely. And this being is pure evil. Now this being is from the dark side of the universes. This being is the opposite of what angels are. This being is the opposite of what good is. Now he was locked away a very long time ago, all the way back, far back, when Universe 7 was first created. Now this being is the first Universe 7's God of Destruction. As you guys remember, Zeno made all 18 universes. And of course he got mad and he destroyed a good chunk of them, leaving 12 left. But the first God of Destruction of Universe 7 is the most powerful god of destruction that has ever lived. This being had so much power that is the reason why the angels were also even stronger. Because in the original, it was the Grand Priest that looked after everything. But it was too much, as this being was so powerful that it made the angels terrified. And that is why the Grand Priest banished him all the way, because he wanted to become the next Grand Priest. He wanted to become even powerful. He became struck with power and struck with greed. Now this being has kept his eyes on Vegeta. He sees Vegeta as a perfect host to use his body and to grow even stronger, because he wants his real body to come back, but he's trapped, if you remember. But this seal is starting to break, so he can take control of other beings and control their bodies to do his bidding. Kind of like how Babidi does. And this is what this being is going to do to Vegeta. And that is it for this one, you guys. Thank you all for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Let's get to 10,000 subscribers, and let's get to 100 likes for this video. And make sure to go vote again, and I will talk to you all later.